With all our hearts, we pray and ask. God bless Anambra. God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine.
Viewers across Europe, Caribbean, and parts of Africa watching us on BENTV Scout Channel 182. I welcome you once again to our special program on various activities of state governments of Nigeria to see by ourselves how democratic governance is striving with the most populous country of Africa. Today, we are presently in the southeast of Nigeria, to be precise, in the state that is known as the light of the nation, Anambra State. Visiting Anambra State at this time is like visiting one of the industrial hubs of Nigeria, and the peaceful coexistence, security of lives and property in the state will no doubt attract both local and foreign tourists as well as investors to the state. Let us now welcome His Excellency, the great achiever, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, to this special international media chat with our chief correspondent, Sam Ogundipe.
Your Excellency, sir, the People's Governor of Undi Anambra, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano. We are so excited to be in Oka, the capital of Anambra State. And as such, I heartily welcome you to this international media chat. You are welcome, Your Excellency.
What we see has been the most challenging, and those that have provided opportunities to the people of the state. Your achievements so far, sir?
Well, as you're aware, the economy of Nigeria and of course that of the world is sick, if you will, and that's the time I came into office. The oil challenges that Nigeria is having in terms of pricing and what have you has affected the monthly allocation from the federal government to the states significantly. As a matter of fact, it has dropped to about, or rather, we've lost about 60% of those monthly earnings. Put differently, if it's £100 that we used to get, my predecessors, every month from the federal government, today we get £40. So it's a significant drop, you know. So it's a challenging period. But beyond that, because of my background as a banker and accountant, we did two things you normally would do when you are faced with that circumstance. Reduce your cost of operation and increase your internally generated revenue, you know. And that's what has helped us significantly. You know, the mission I have for Anambra State is to be the first choice investment destination and a hub for economic activities in Africa. And the mission is to build a socially stable, business-friendly environment where Anambra people and non-Anambra people will have opportunity to invest. You know, and in 2 years, we're almost realizing our vision and mission.
Achieving them.
The thrust of my policy is divided into two: the enablers and the 4 pillars. The enablers are things classified under education, health, security, environment, infrastructural development, you know, things on youth mobilization, social, you know, women empowerment, children and what have you, 13 of them. The 4 pillars are, the major pillar is agriculture. Second is trade and commerce. Third is oil and gas. And the 4th is industrialization. You know, I classify the other group as enablers because they are not an end in themselves. They're only a means to an end. Security is on top, is number one enabler. If you have a secured environment, then you will be able to attract investors and what have you. And that was the first thing I can tell you that my administration achieved. Since I came into power, issues of kidnapping, armed robbery, and what have you disappeared completely. Before then, banks used to close midday, or customers go through the back door to be able to transact business. But today, you can see for yourself. You've been around here for a few days, and you can see that nightlife is booming. Everything is there's adequate security.
So Anambra State is secured.
We are the safest state in Nigeria today. Anambra State is the safest state in Nigeria today. You know, and we don't. You know, and that's a fact. You can see it came from a lot of attention paid to security in terms of equipping and re-equipping the security forces that are working with us, in terms of intelligence gathering, in terms of use of technology to be able to identify and arrest and you know, preempt or detain people that are, you know, deviants in what we are trying to do. You know, so security is number one, and we cured it very early in this administration, and that has paid out because it has made investors troop into Anambra to begin to invest. In our 2 years plus in office, we've attracted 22 companies that are putting down 4.2 billion US dollars in investments here, mostly in agriculture, some in oil and gas, trade and commerce, and of course industrialization. You know, and we're doing well in education. You know, for me, we consider education in three aspects: infrastructure, which includes the building and teaching aids, then comfort of the pupils or students, as the case may be, and training and retraining of teachers and their welfare. Anambra is the only state that last year increased salary anywhere in Nigeria. We increased salary by 16% across board, you know, and we still pay salary as and when due. Most states in Nigeria today are not paying salaries. And Anambra State has not gone for a bailout, and we are not owing any commercial bank. You know, so these are facts of the case, and it's only coming from prudent management of resources and eyes on the ball with respect to the key things that we are doing. You know, of course, on the environment, you can see how the efforts we are making to clean up everywhere. You know, places are looking cleaner. You know, you also notice some road maintenance guys all handling pothole arrangements. You see street sweepers and what have you all over, all in a bid to ensure that we remain one of the cleanest cities or states in Nigeria. You know, then on infrastructure, you can see the 3 state-of-the-art flyovers that we have done in the state capital, all within 12 months. You know, looking like the kind of structures you see in Dubai. You know, and we're all lighting them up now, and ultimately it's going to beautify the city a lot more. You know, and we've also concluded the longest bridge in Anambra history, 280 meters across River Omabala, leading to the oil producing area in Agbule Road too. You know, we're working hard to complete the bridges in Iora and one of the bridge very close to the border there, to be able to go to the oil producing area, opening up the agrarian areas, you know, and building infrastructure for the oil and gas activities, you know, and many more under the enablers. But the enablers on their own will not help you grow your GDP fast. They're only enablers. What will help you grow your GDP fast are the things of my 4 pillars. Things we're doing in agriculture, trade and commerce, oil and gas, and industrialization. You know, in agriculture, we've done very, very well. Anambra is the second smallest state in Nigeria, 4,852 square kilometers. Unfortunately, we also we have the worst erosion position in Africa. So that little landscape is chipping away very fast, you know, and that's why we're soliciting the support of the World Bank and what have you to assist us in the erosion control, among other things, you know. So the agriculture is, we have almost 100% arable land, and we're doing well in rice production. We hope by the end of this planting season to be self-sufficient in rice production, you know.
Local consumption of
rice production, rice production, you know, and you know, we're doing well in maize and cassava too, you know, using high yield and termite resistant cassava cottons that produce high yields. We've also attracted very big commercial agriculture firms into Anambra, like Songhai Farms. It's a popular company in Africa, based off Republic of Benin, you know, and they are doing great work at Ibariam, producing vegetables, bananas, sorghum, and white corn. You know, they're trying to sign a contract to supply one of the biggest beer making factory in Africa, the sorghum for beer making and what have you, which will lead to job creation and a lot of economic activities in that area. We also have Linden Farms that are doing chicken. They want to produce 3 million chicks a day, you know, and what have you. You know, before now, day-old chicks are gotten from the west, from Ibadan. But we want to turn it around by making sure that we supply Southeast from Anambra here, day-old chicks. You know, we're doing well in fish production too, among other things. You know, Cosat Farms in rice is one of the biggest in Africa. If you visit his farm in Anako, you think you are in Singapore. You know, massive area, you know, and I believe that by the end of this planting season, we will meet the target of 120,000 metric tons of rice production per annum that is targeting.
It's massive.
Before I came, Anambra was producing 80,000 metric tons of rice. We consume about 320, you know, metric tons, so you can see the gap.
Yeah.
But Cosat Farms alone will put in 120,000 metric tons. So you can see that has almost, you know, reduced significantly the shortfall in rice. So with the off-taker agreement with most of the cooperatives in rice farming, I'm confident that in a short while from now, we'll be doing well over 320,000 metric tons, which is actually what we're doing, you know. And for the first time, and 7 times now, we have been exporting vegetable, onubu and ogu, to UK. This is an improvement because it's going to create quite some economy for the indigenes, because they pay cash when they take those veg from your farm and now take care of the processing and ship it through Lagos to UK. You know, so and I understand that our veggies have been found to be one of the best in the world because we don't use fertilizer in growing them. So you know, so I'm quite happy that we're doing well and very well in this area. You know, on trade and commerce, we're trying to build new markets. Our flagship market, that's Onitsha main market, if it was built for 100 people, I'm giving you an example.
Yes.
Many years ago, 1,000 people are there now. So it's just to give you an example, you know. So it's a tight market, and we're trying to get modern markets where people will trade in comfort and you know, pursue their economic activities in a proper form. And with all these economic activities that we're generating, we're looking forward to many people visiting us from West Africa to buy off the produce of our efforts here. And therefore we need modern markets to do so. So a South African company is doing an international market at Umunike, and when it's done, it will look like one of those markets you see anywhere abroad. Among other markets, we are trying to do one at Umunze. We're improving on 15 other small markets around, putting the necessary convenience and other lighting arrangements and what have you there. Oil and gas, we are blessed with quite some deposit of oil and gas. And Orient Petrol, the only oil and gas company that is operating in Anambra, is marching on. They hope to do 55,000 barrels per day refinery at Umueri Usugwe axis, and that is informing our ambition, if you will, to do an airport. There will be a filling station, if you will, a gas station, because the ATK that will be produced by the refinery will be stored, at that airport. And international flights, British Airways, Lufthansa, what have you, could come there to take fuel instead of going to Ghana, where most of them take their fuel as we speak. So this will increase a lot of economic activities here. And
in Oka here? Or?
No, it's going to be sited in Umweri, and it's going to be done under build, operate, and transfer method. So working hard on that. On industrialization, the Nnewi axis is known for production of many things, chemicals, auto. We have the largest auto manufacturing company in Nigeria, Inosin Motors, among other companies that are there. So we have the ingredients to do well, despite the fact that the economy is bleeding. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Your Excellency. And we are very happy that Willie Obiano is working, and a number of people are very happy as the light of the nation. Sir, as elections drawing nearer and nearer now, what is your message, sir, to the people of indigenous of Anambra, both home and abroad?
Well, the message we've been sending is that they should come home to invest. Anambra is now the safest state in Nigeria. Before my tenure, it wasn't like that. Many people do not come home. Marriages were concluded outside Anambra State and all kinds of things. But now people come home. Last Christmas was one of the best in the history of this state, and we never had any incident of kidnap or armed robbery or anything. People, if you drive around, you can see people moving around in their posh cars. It never was like that before. Before, people are afraid to drive their posh cars out for fear of being attacked. So I thank God that we've cured this issue on security, and I want Indian Anambra everywhere they are to come home and invest and bring their wealth, their experience, their knowledge, and their money home to enable us develop our state. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. God bless.
Complementing Governor Willie Obiano's youth empowerment program, Chief Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano, wife of the Governor of Anambra State, has continued to impact positively on the lives of the needy through her foundation, Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE.
It's about taking care of Anambrarians, particularly the downtrodden, to give everybody a sense of belonging, to make Anambrarians realize that we are moving forward and not backwards, to bring up those that are still down there.
She also champions the rescue of the mentally sick and education of children in special schools. She also empowers indigent widows and young women in Anambra State. Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE, has empowered women in various vocations: hairdressing, beauty therapy and cosmetology, confectionaries, tailoring and fashion designing and soap making. They were not only trained but adequately equipped in its empowerment scheme. This is in addition to soft loans granted widows who are eager to start small-scale businesses.
So in terms of skill acquisition and empowerment, CAFE has really worked with the Ministry of Women Affairs to ensure that a certain percentage of Anambra women now can be economically independent.
CAFE has donated medical equipment to various healthcare institutions in the state. These include motorized labor and maternity beds for safe delivery of babies. CAFE has also provided prosthetic limbs to hundreds of Anambra who are physically challenged. It has also performed corrective surgeries on numerous children with cleft lips, removing the stigmatization of deformity. DMA has donated houses for indigent widows. This gesture was born out of the need to help the helpless by putting a roof over their heads. The project is ongoing in many communities across the 3 senatorial zones of the state. CAFE has also established a home for the mentally challenged in Nteje. It provides them free treatment and nurses them back to health. Chief Ebelechukwu Foundation is concluding plans to build an old people's home to cater for the aged. CAFE continues to support various orphanages in the state through donations. Governor Obiano's prudence and financial wizardry is the reason Anambra is currently not only one of the few states in the Federation that is paying salaries promptly as at and when due, but Governor Obiano has also increased workers' salaries across the board and is still able to deliver on his promises, touching, albeit, all sectors of the economy.
Even with the mega and dwindling resources from the federal government coming as a result of the dwindling oil prices, His Excellency felt that we should look inwards and shore up the internally generated revenue. And that was why he was able to push everybody. IGR, we need to move on and use what we have without placing reliance on the federal government. And when we were able to show up IGR from a figure of about 500-something million to about over 1 billion, then that gave him that opportunity to be able to pay those salaries.
Anambra State is very, very lucky that to be governed at this point in time by a man who has not just financial acumen, but also financial probity, and that is Chief Dr. Willie Obiano. I think sometimes fate and perhaps God drew up leaders for a particular point in time. He's here to serve his people and make his state proud. And I think that is the key in everything he's doing.
Whether you're passing through, whether you live in Anambra, you see the difference. You see the efforts in security, you see the efforts in the increased rehabilitation of hospitals, people get better health care, provision of primary health care centers. You see the effort in schools. Anambra has been doing very well in results in WAEC, NECO, even debating. Our students are just excelling. It means something is happening, something is being done right. I think, yes, I agree, it's God sent. Timing is perfect, and I'm happy to be a member and a part of this administration.
In recognition of his overall achievements in such a short time in office, the editorial board of the Sun Publishing Limited named Chief Willie Obiano the Governor of the Year 2015, being the first governor to receive such a prestigious award.
I want to dedicate this award
to the ordinary citizens of Anambra State. The road sweepers, the zero pothole guys, the security agents, who by their hard work, Anambra today is the safest state in Nigeria. I also want to thank the farmers who are trying to put us on the map with respect to food production. And more importantly, I would like to thank the investors who heeded our call to come and invest in Anambra State. This award is for all of you.
Okay.
Viewers, you've heard it all, the secret behind the success of Chief Dr. Willie Obiano's administration in Anambra State. Do join us sometime on this biggest ethnic minority channel in Europe, BENTV, on Scout Channel 182, for another episode of this program. Willie is working, Anambra people are happy. For further information and collaboration, interested foreign investors in Anambra State indigenous abroad can call or text messages to these numbers. For me and Sam Ugundipe, it's bye for now.
With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God bless Anambra, God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God